Of the end zone, it is wild and wacky, so strap in. 2 Carl Hogan Toyota games of the week, 2 scoreboard workouts. And the triangle, Columbus, Starkville, West Point, all playing big games tonight, and all 3 winning. Let's show you their highlights. And road tripping, Knox City and Louisville having some long road trips. Show you the highlights, scores from all of them in the area next.
The WCBI EndZone Show with Robbie Donahoe and Tom Ebel is brought to you by OCH Regional Medical Center, Carl Hogan Toyota, East Mississippi Community College, and Max South.
Okay, welcome into week 6 of the End Zone, presented by OCH Regional Medical Center and our great partners with us as well, Carl Hogan Toyota, East Mississippi Community College, and Max South. I'm Robbie Donahoe, and that is Tom Ebel. We're just trying to catch up with everything that's happening right now. It's the last night of non-division play in 2A, 3A, and 4A. And I tell you, we had some weird score lines and some crazy games. So let's not waste any more time. We had 2 Carl Hogan Toyota games of the week. Part 1 was Amory and Houston. And let me tell you, this game was weird.
WCBI High School Football Game of the Week is brought to you by Carl Hogan Toyota in Columbus.
It's a Toyota Tacoma. Toyota Tacoma. It's a beautiful truck, and it drives like a small compact car. Great vehicle. Go get yourself one at Carl Hogan Toyota. To the action, it's time for Houston and Amory, and what a football game we had. 3rd play of the game here, J.J. Jernigan. Let's all feed J.J. 50-yard touchdown. Amory takes a 7-0 lead. 1 minute later, Jalen May says, hey, J.J., anything you can do, I can do
I'd love to
better.
see a foot race between those two.
That would be fun. Get them on a track. 60-yard touchdowns. Well, they were playing on a track. They were going up and down early on. 7-all game. And then 1 minute later, Hunter Jones going to hit Camden Parks, and the long, lanky basketball player gets free. All the way down to the 2-yard line. Jernigan would finish off with a TD later. It's 14-7 Panthers after 1. 2nd quarter. Guess who's running with the football for Houston? Jalen May.
Great block.
He's getting blocks downfield, and he's gone. 62 yards to the house. Houston and Amory were tied at 29 at the half, and Houston wins 57-29. Wow. Wow.
That's quite a second-half performance for Houston's defense. I'd say if you were paying attention,
they're up.
Plot twist.
Big win for the Hilltoppers, and Ty Harden had a phenomenal pregame speech that we're going to try to show you sometime later on this week. But that was part 1. Part 2.
Scoreboard workout, but a little more one-sided.
A little bit. Yeah.
The Schooner River rivalry between Bruce and Calhoun City, one of the best. Calhoun City's won 10 straight, and it got off to a bad start for Bruce. Opening kickoff is a muff, and the Wildcats would capitalize. Just not a good way to start off against the defending 2A state champions. JoJo Gray and Treshawn Cooper going to work, 25 yards, a great block. He's going to scoot in for 6. The first of many touchdowns for Calhoun City on the night. It'd be 8-0 Cats early on. Bruce driving here, Davian Cullen trying to make something happen. He's going to go away for a little bit and then boop, pop right out. Nice gain here, but the drive would stall out. But it'd be the Wildcats just rolling in this one. Look at Keshawn Parker. This man is a grown man. Get out of his run. Just get out of his way. If he just, he just almost had the push-up. But that's okay, because Keshawn's run is going to set up JoJo's run, and JoJo's going to face much less resistance as he's going to run behind all those blockers and scamper on in for 6.
What was the final score, Tom?
62-0.
And what
That's a tough one.
Unfortunately, to add insult to injury, that was the halftime score. Was 62-0. I mean, Bruce is in full rebuilding mode. They will get back to being competitive against Calhoun City.
You're going up against Calhoun City,
come on.
Probably the best team in 2A, give or take.
Yeah, Calhoun City is just really, really good.
They
so
are
Wildcats cruise there. Another team that's really, really, really good is West Point.
We're talking about state champions. This is a battle of state champions.
Against Lafayette.
Lafayette, the reigning 4A state champion, thanks to that guy, Jamarcus Quarles.
Good to see him back.
Good to see Jamarcus back on the end zone. Rumbling, rolling, 65 yards to the house. The Commodores lead first.
What?
Not for long. Chris Calver, look at that. Just running through like, it's like the Red Sea opens up for Chris. Parts the way. But look at Marcus Murphy showing off he's wide open.
Look at Sean. Sean's wide open.
Sean Crawford for the 21-yard touchdown. There wasn't anyone within 20 feet of him. But here, Lafayette trying some trickery. This is going to be Jason Brownlee's going to come up with the big pick to get Lafayette out of driving. And Jason, that was a great catch on the defense.
This is better,
Marcus Murphy. Look at this throw from Marcus. Absolute beautiful placement. Jason was the only man who could grab it. He goes 60 yards to the house. West Point it's West Point.
Yeah.
49-14. They win the battle of the champions. The Champions Bowl.
Got to give it up to Justin Vollenweider for sending those highlights. He is the man. Starkville and Provine tonight. By the way, the Rams undefeated this year. Starkville got tricky in the opening kickoff of the third quarter. A little reverse. Jalen Ware getting free and getting a good gain into Provine territory. So we're going to go to the same drive. Here comes Dreek. Good to see him back on the field.
Dragging a man 20 yards. Look at that. The poor guy was dragging him.
He attached him to his hitch on the back of his truck and let him go. A big gain there, and then Malik Brown to Cam Gardner for a first down, and then another reverse. Here comes Cameron Hines on the pitch from Dreek, and he gets outside, and he's got a touchdown. Starkville, no problems. 42-0 tonight over
touchdown, Starkville.
To Columbus and DeSoto Central now. By the way, Reagan Baker, your homecoming queen. Great to see you.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. This game highlight is not indicative of what happened tonight because Columbus was up 14-0 at the half. Falcons went through some issues on special teams. DeSoto Central took the lead in the second half. Columbus tied it with 34 seconds in regulation, and then Columbus won it in overtime, 34-28. The Burking have a win streak. They've won 2 in a row, right? Going from Randall Montgomery and Columbus. Now, we don't want to overshadow this win from Columbus, but we do want to mention there was a shots fired report in the parking lot from what we were told at Columbus High School tonight. From what we've been told so far by Columbus police, no injuries are reported. And another thing, what we told, where no arrests have been made as of yet, but still, it's very premature. We're going to be sure to update this with more information on our website at WCBI.com. But again, a shots fired report outside of the Columbus High Football Stadium. We don't want to take away from Columbus's win tonight. Unfortunately, those kinds of things happen. But Columbus, big-time win. Congratulations to the Falcons as they win their second game of the season. All right, let's get some scores. Tupelo's still undefeated, and they're still shutting out teams. By the way, they have more interceptions than touchdowns surrendered this year. 11 picks, 5 touchdowns surrendered. That's insane. Tupelo's win 31-0 over Fernando. Oxford, a bit of a surprise here, losing to South Haven 23-13. Another surprise was South Panola losing to Horn Lake. Horn Lake is the real deal, y'all. 33-21, and Saltillo doesn't have Titus Hurd. He broke his leg last week. It's really tough news for Pat Bird and the Tigers. Olive Branch just had a little bit more on tonight. 56-0 the final as the Conquistadors defeat Saltillo.
We love Titus. We miss your highlights.
We do indeed. All right, it says Louisville and Greenwood, and we're going to start things off with Big Kenneth Knowles, who ran. He's not usually a fleet of foot runner, but he got past the camera there for the touchdown. 7-0 lead for Louisville, and then well, they tried to play a little soccer in the backfield, did Greenwood, and that would result in a turnover and a fumble, and Louisville, sure enough, would recover, and they would take over, and they would take advantage. And the guy that would take over and take advantage would be Deontay Yarbrough as he follows a block and gets into the end zone for a touchdown. Louisville just had another night tonight, winning on the road, 34-18 over Greenwood. To Louisville's big rival, Knoxville County went to the boot to take on West Monroe. Now, West Monroe, look at how big that stadium is.
It's incredible.
That thing is massive. That sort of shows you just the sheer talent and how good West Monroe is. So
it's quite a road trip for Knoxville.
It is, but they've played in Alabama. They played Aledo, Texas a couple of years ago. Tyrone Shorter's team is not afraid to go on long road trips and try to win games. And they kept up with a West Monroe team that is a powerhouse in Louisiana. The final score, 38-26. But the Tigers show that they can play with the best in Louisiana, and Keziah Pruitt and Rashad Eads had big games tonight. So Knoxville, they'll be back. No problems there at all. to the Uncivil War. How about this shot from our new WCBI drone? As Caledonia hosting New Hope in the Uncivil War. Ryan Burt handing off to Brylan Mills. A good pickup here. Gets it into Caledonia territory. Still running. Gets it down near the 20. Now it looked like New Hope was going to get on the board here with a touchdown pass. Ryan Burt is in at quarterback. And when you have Jeremy Tate, and well, it looked like he was going to get open, but just a little outside. Falls incomplete. Burt's pass complete here, but New Hope would have to turn it over on downs eventually. But the Trojans eventually would get it together as they defeat Caledonia 34-3 tonight in the Uncivil War. When we return on the end zone, more scores and highlights to get to the power of Pontotoc. North Pontotoc, South Pontotoc, and just plain old regular Pontotoc. Really, really good tonight. We'll show you their highlights and 2A, 3A showdowns. The win of the night in Mississippi, maybe the win of the year, was tonight. We'll tell you which game that was. And we have a new rivalry in Union County. East Union and New Albany. The EUNA Cup. Who wins it? We'll tell you next.
I'm just trying to stay alive and take care of my people. And they don't have no award for that.
Hey.
Welcome back into the end zone. Hey, we're here. It's
good evening.
It's one of those nights. I mean, we are far from in mid-season form here on the end zone, but we're going to continue to roll on. We are presented by OCH Regional Medical Center. Let's get into a 4A rivalry tonight. Ripley and Pontotoc. And them Grapes had their way with the Tigers. Second quarter, Pontotoc leading 17-0. Justin Carter runs into a Ripley wall. That's Makishio Adams with the sack. Drive would stall. So Ripley on offense now. Tay Blanchard going to hit Chauncey Jackson. That drive would stall. Now the Warriors are back on offense, and boy, is it good to see this guy running again. Gabe Harmon, his first game of the year after dealing with injuries, and man, the battering ram getting a good pickup. It would be 17-0 at the half. Opening kickoff of the second half. This is Caleb Hobson, and I'm sure his dad is loving this, watching from wherever he is, either on the sidelines or the press box. That's a touchdown. Caleb had a big game tonight. So did Pontotoc, as they won 31-0 over Ripley.
Homecoming at Itawamba, AHS Indians hosting the Aberdeen Bulldogs. A muff snap sets up the Bulldogs in good shape here early on. Dewan Dobbs, he gets in for the touchdown. That cuts into Itawamba's lead, so Indians lead 21-12. And they're going to try and tack on some more. This is LaMarcus Rhodes, breaks into the clear. He's still rumbling. He's got his eye on 6, but he can be run out of bounds.
Field goal, though.
But dude, yeah, like you said, legal field goal, and then some trickery. What is this, wide receiver to quarterback?
Yeah, Lane
Domino to Jackson Orr for the touchdown. Indians up 31-12, and then Orr would be like, I'm going to resume my position of throwing the ball. So he's going to find his man Vince Hughes in the back of the end zone. There he goes. Got it. Touchdown. Indians would lead 38-12 at halftime, go on to win 45-32.
It's a good win for the Indians.
South Pontotoc and Moorville. This one was a bit of a grinder for South Pontotoc. Here early on for Moorville, it's Kashawn Mitchell. Nice big gain here. He's got the first down. He's thinking some more. Look at the coach running with him. Is that Jimmy Young?
I think it was Coach Young.
Blazing with him. Now it's set up a field goal for Moorville. So the Super Troop, they lead 3-0 here early on. But South Pontotoc offense has just been very good this year. You can't keep them off the board for too long. Eddie Ivey with the first down run. This is a methodical drive here for the Cougars. You got the run, you got the pass. Brett Riley's going to, or I should say Cole Brown finds Brett Riley for the first down. Just out of bounds. Now it's set up. Brown finds Allen Hall for the touchdown. Cougars take the lead, don't look back. They go on to win 20-9 over Moorville. Good win. Good tough win by tough outing by Moorville, keeping South Pontotoc under 60.
South Pontotoc still perfect, continuing that best start since '85. To the EUNA Cup, East Union taking on New Albany. Third quarter, the Urchins trailing. Joe Wilkinson would fumble on this handoff here. New Albany would recover. It was sort of an exchange of turnovers in the third quarter. New Albany had a pretty big lead. They couldn't really salt this one away, but New Albany would start scoring some more points in the fourth quarter. East Union played hard, gave them all they could handle, but the Bulldogs in New Albany win the inaugural EUNA Cup as they went 46-14 over East Union. To the scores we go. Shannon, big win at Clarksdale. Red Raiders going on the road and winning all sorts of games, 28-18. Tisch County's had a really tough last few weeks, but good to see the Braves getting the win column 7-6. Corinth over Custer 26-15. Alcorn Central shuts out New Site 43-0. Other scores around the area: Hatley defeating Central Homes 40-24. Fayette Academy delivers Walnut their first loss of the year, and East Webster defeats J.Z. George 44-6. The win of the night in the state of Mississippi was in Eupora. maybe the win of the year in the state of Mississippi. This game was bonkers and crazy early on. Early fumble there. Eupora would get the ball, and now they're going to go to work. Tanner Knight connecting with Alan Dumas. Zayton gets it all the way inside the 10-yard line. It was a fumble at the goal line later by Eupora, but the Eagles, wow. 13-6, they defeat Charleston. That is a monumental win for Stephen Edwards and the Eagles. Congratulations to Eupora. Let's go to Winona. Tigers taking on Water Valley in a really, really entertaining game. Second play of the game here, Tyler Moore. Kid's really fast, and he's so small, sometimes he just hides behind his lineman.
But it's going to be useful. Small is an advantage sometimes.
It certainly is, and the band, look at the band. I love it. Getting that touchdown run there. Winona takes a 7-0 lead. Then the Tigers' next possession, bad snap here, goes over Moore's head. Water Valley going to fall on the loose ball. Blue Devils would capitalize on the turnover. A couple plays later, Trendarius Brock going to punch it in here for Water Valley, but it would be Winona getting the win, 35-19 over the Blue Devils of Water Valley.
Vikings, Bearcats, North Pontotoc and Baldwin. Here early on, it'd be John Swinney. He's going to roll to his left. He's going to find my man Mon Doss for a nice game. The big fella.
Big dude.
Showing off the soft hands. Later on fourth down, Swinney's going to go back to Doss, but the soft hands failed him. Oh no, he was looking at touchdown before the catch. That would set up North Pontotoc.
Happens to the best of us.
It does, man, I tell you. So here's North Pontotoc's turn. Hunter West with the handoff. Good gain, spinning for some extra yardage there. Second quarter, it'd be still scoreless until North Pontotoc's like, we hate scoreless games. West is going to get a handoff again. Finishes with the score. Vikings lead 7-zip. They go on to win 39-7.
It's a good win for the Vikings. All right, when we come back in the end zone, we have more scores and highlights to get to from around our viewing area. And in 1A, you probably already know this, but a storm is coming, and it's thunder and lightning. And Nanawaya did their own tonight, and French Camp tried to hold off. Division play really heating up when Nasha Pater and Hamilton played a good one, and then we're going to see some hard hits somewhere down the road, just like that one from Sean Dalton Weatherby that we had last week. And then to the academies, Heritage, Starkville Academy, Oak Hill, Winona Christian, all playing. We have all the highlights and scores next.
I'm just trying to stay alive and take care of my people.